What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel too and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. In the last video, we installed ourselves a Haltech Elite or Haltech UC10 digital dash. And it was definitely worth every penny as well. And also the other day, I did take the Skyline around the neighborhood, did a couple of hits, and we definitely need an alignment. Fishtailed pretty bad on my way home, but Skyline is running absolutely amazing. And then I've been spending, or a couple weeks ago, I spent a good hour solidifying my display. I went from the Hero 3 to the Hero 2 and got all of my calibrations set, as well as all of my displays from map, ethanol, fuel pressure, coolant temp, ITs, AFR, oil pressure, battery. It still needs to calibrate the speed sensor, but again, definitely worth every single penny. And in this video, I have to come out clean and say, I lied to you all. And I'm very sorry. I lied to you all that I said that I've changed out every nut, bolt, and part on the R32 Nissan Skyline until today. We got ourselves some BC Racing custom coilovers to solidify the R32 Nissan Skyline build, essentially version 3. I did change out every nut, bolt, and part on this car except for the original coilovers that came with the Skyline. These are KTS V2s, and at the time they were good. They have adjustable dampening as well as adjustable height, but God knows how old these coilovers are. And again, they were good at the time, but now they are starting to leak and ride like ass. So it is about time that I finally full sent a brand new set of coilovers. And of course, going with BC Racing, I ran these on my Prelude. We got them on the Mark II, and honestly, I swear by the quality, the craftsmanship, and everything else in between. And I did go with some custom spring rates from Swift, one with a 16K front and a 12K rear. Since this moment is very special, let's go ahead and do an unboxing. Because what is new to me is also new to you guys, so let's grab the shears, get whatever this stuff's fallen off. Get away from your body. I know BC has like a box within a box. All right, first off, we have our customs sheet. Who built our coilovers? JC, or was that SC? Interesting. So again, just went with the BR series, a street setup. I didn't go with the extreme lows because I have front and rear drop knuckles. So currently my front coilovers are max raised and it still sits pretty low. And then the rear knuckles are max lowered and it sits perfectly. But again, BR series, street setup, split spring update, went with a 16K front and 12K rear. And that's pretty much it. All right, got the main box out. And please forgive me, everybody, if I'm stuttering. I'm literally worked like 2 weeks straight with hardly any sleep and incredibly busy. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves what looks to be a rear coils. Man, these are beautiful. Budget-ish friendly and high quality. Thank you so much, BC. I really should ask you guys for a sponsorship, but I'm not cranking out cars as fast as the other YouTubers. And then we have a front, also very nice. No camber adjustments on these. I don't think they have that option, but we have enough camber up front already. But again, incredibly stoked on these. These are beautiful. So essentially what I would like to do is get the KTS's out, front and rear, of course. And then essentially what we're gonna do is just line these up or match them up. So we're gonna be raising this to the exact height as the front. And then for the rear I kind of want to, well, first we're gonna match the rears as well, and then if we can, we are going to raise it ever so slightly, just so I can eliminate as much negative camber in the rear as possible. Coilovers laid out. These are so awesome. I love how these look. And again, before you start, always remove the hardware from the top hat. I know we've all been there, we've gotten excited, and we throw the coilover on with the hardware not knowing so, and it just sits funky. So again, always remove your hardware. But excellent build quality per usual. And on the R chassis, it's pretty simple. We got 1-2 bolts on the top hat, and then we got 1 bolt on the J-arm or the knuckle assembly, which should be pretty easy. Take this out and go ahead and match it with the front, install the fronts, and then do the same thing with the rear. I believe the rears are also 2 bolts on the top hat and then 1 bolt on the knuckle. One coilover is out. I realized I didn't fully seat the top hat bolts because I know I want to do like a nylon washer so I don't scratch the paint, but oopsies. But honestly guys, before everything, I really should have converted to an S15 or an S chassis, S13 front suspension, but it's all good. It's kind of too late now because engine bay's painted and I really don't want to cut this out and repaint it. But KTS V2 is out. This is max raise, and I'm sure with the BC we have, yes, a lot of room for adjustment. And to any new R32 GTST owners out there that want to buy these, shoot me a message via Instagram. I will give you a tremendous hookup on these. Just go ahead and pay shipping. All right, coilover adjusted, and went ahead and grabbed my micrometer. Looking at 77.95 millimeters or 78 millimeters. Gonna match this side now with the front. Go ahead and install the driver's side, then the passenger side, and then we can work away with the rear coilovers. All right, driver's side coilover is in. Got the label facing out so my OCD doesn't keep me up at night. Bottom shock nut got that torque to 70 foot-pounds. The 2 top hat shock tower bolts got torque to 20 pounds. Put in our dampener. BC offers up to 30 clicks of dampening, which is awesome. Zeroed out and went ahead and clicked it hard 20 knots and keep everything nice and symmetrical. So now let's go ahead and bust out the passenger side. All right, got the front wheels back on. These should sit about 2 millimeters from where I had it. And then of course, once I drive it and the spring settles, it should go down ever so slightly. But I think this is perfect how it sits, since I hopefully will be drifting the Skyline once I get rid of my, what's it called, mechanical sympathy. This should give me plenty of clearance because it is a little bit tight to the D-Max front guard. And these are fiberglass, so these will explode. Then driver's side is near perfect. Nice. All right, now we can go ahead and move on to the rear suspension. All right, just got one of the rear coilovers out, measured it, matched it, and actually raised the BC coil about 2 millimeters. And we already have one of the rears installed and it is looking very nice. Sweet. So again, got the bottom torqued at 80 foot-pounds and then these guys torqued at 20 foot-pounds. All we need to do is the rear driver's side, put the wheels back on, and we can go for a spin. All right, and just got done with the rear passenger side. Everything torqued to spec, looking good. Let's go ahead and throw the wheels on and finally get the Skyline back on the ground. All right, got the Skyline on the wheel dollies, and it looks like, I mean, honestly, I could definitely roll with a Skyline like this, but of course we still want to be a little bit more stylish. So I am going to drop the front another 1/2 inch. And then for the rear, I'll go ahead and drop that another inch. I understand that the coils will settle, but they're not gonna settle that much. But so far, a good functional ride height. We just need to be a little bit more stylish. All right, after many adjustments later, the Skyline is kind of where I want it. I ended up going about 3/4 of an inch all the way around, but honestly, another 1/2 inch all the way around would be perfect. But in terms of functionality, the front is perfect. I got plenty of gap, especially when I go full lock to full lock. It doesn't bind and doesn't hit the D-Max front guard. In terms of the rear, it is sitting almost where I would like it. Again, another 1/2 inch would be perfect. Fitment is tight, and I took out a little bit more camber because, of course, on a 700 horsepower car, we want to have as little camber as possible. But definitely, after the springs settle, we should get the fitment that I would like. And or once I get the Skyline aligned, I might just have the workers drop it another 1/2 inch. Skyline is looking so good and running beautifully. So let's go ahead and take off the front bumper, rear side skirts, and take the Skyline around the neighborhood and on the main road. I was gonna wear my GoPro for good POV, but unfortunately my GoPro is out of battery and I'm trying to drive around and take pictures before it gets too dark outside. But I'm gonna do my best to film for you guys, but really stoked, and I cannot wait to see how these custom BC Racing coilovers are gonna feel. All right guys, Skyline is running amazing. Everything is up to par, but honestly, I'm turning back now because my alignment is so shot and the car is just super squirmy. I'm gonna do a couple hits for you guys, but honestly, it is not worth it. But so far, coilovers do feel great. Pretty stiff, or not too stiff at all actually, but super happy with the spring rates we went with, as well as the brand. BC Racing always does us good. Oh man, this feels so surreal. I can only imagine what the car's gonna feel like once we fully get it aligned. All right everybody, we are back home safe and sound. Honestly, I didn't drive the Skyline too far because midway through I did notice that I was smelling burning coolant, but the temps were good. Pulled over, looked on the ground, I was dumping coolant everywhere. Panicked a little bit, but long story short, I accidentally overfilled the chase base coolant reservoir because under immense pressure and how coolant expands when it's hot, it just dumped out all the excess coolant. But other than that, all parameters are great. Everything is how it should be. So I'm incredibly stoked on that, and still of course working out all the bugs on this fresh build. In terms of the coilover install, I would say a huge success. They ride phenomenal, much better than the KTS V2s that we were running previously. But before I drive this car again, let alone street drive it, we definitely need to get this thing aligned. And once the ride height is dialed and the car is aligned, we can finally get the full effect of the Skyline. And on that note everybody, that is all I have for you in this video. I'll get this alignment done as soon as possible so we can fully enjoy the Skyline, do some POV footage, and I really want to get this thing reviewed, as well as a handful of friends want to shoot videos on the car, and I'm incredibly stoked on that. In the next video, we will be going over some Mark II updates. A lot of you have been asking me what's going on with the Mark II. So tune into the next video and I will answer all those questions. But thank you again everybody so much for the continued love and support. And if you're new to the channel too, want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch you next video. Take care.